It's almost summer, one of my favorite times of year. We get to be outside, the weather warms up, and we get to grill, swim in the pool, and kind of act like children again. And in this warm weather, of course, one of my favorite things to do when I'm relaxing with food and friends is to have a cool, fresh glass of wine. Low alcohol type wines work best at this time of year. And then also you kind of need to switch up a little bit when you're having the heavy, the grilled foods with a bit of smoky flavor and sometimes spice to some wines that can really handle those assertive flavors, but also not be too heavy to weigh you down and keep you still feeling refreshed in the summer. So I'd like to talk to you about a few wines that perhaps you haven't heard of before. I always like to go a little off the traveled path, and with that being said, the first wine that I'd like to talk to you about is Scheurebe. And Scheurebe is a wine that is in the Riesling family. The father is Riesling. It's a little bit unknown who the mother grape is, but some people think it might have been Sylvaner. But that being said, Scheurebe has a bit of a Riesling character to it in that it is fruity, but it also has some good grapefruit, citrusy kind of green flavors as well that balance out the fruit so that it's not a heavy, sweet, sticky wine. The second wine that I'd like to talk to you about is Sauvignon Blanc. All of us have heard of Sauvignon Blanc, but have you tried Sauvignon Blancs from Chile? Chile is an up-and-coming wine region, and for value wines, it's known to be really one of the best regions right now. But the producer, Casa Julia, in particular, makes a great fresh Sauvignon Blanc that I'm just very in love with. It's somewhere a cross between a Sancerre from France and a New Zealand Sauvignon Blanc. Not quite as heavy as the New Zealand Sauvignon Blanc, and a little bit less pungent than a Sancerre from France. It's just a nice, simple, quaffing wine that would be great with ceviche or shellfish or even green vegetables. It has a very greenish component to it, so it's going to go well with things that you would enjoy having a squeeze of lime on. So you think about it like that. Another one of my favorite summer white wines is Verdejo from the Rueda region of Spain. Coming from the word verde, Verdejo is a grape that has a bit of a green component to it as well. So it is also great with shellfish and vegetables and other types of summer foods, light summer foods. Verdejo is sometimes mixed with Sauvignon Blanc and has a similar taste profile, a flavor profile to Sauvignon Blanc, but it does have a bit more floral aromatics and can be a little bit fruitier, fruit forward and round. I love Verdejo with ceviche, with chicken, with fish, and also with green vegetables. So next time you're in your wine store, if you haven't tried a bottle of Verdejo, I'd recommend that you pick one up. Our fourth wine here is a blend of Viognier and Marsanne. Now this is taking us into a different direction from the lighter, greener, fresher wines that I was speaking of earlier. This is going a bit more into a round, fruit-forward profile that once again can stand up well to barbecue and sticky foods. This one's by Darrenberg from Australia. It's 72% Viognier and 28% Marsanne. Viognier is a very aromatic floral grape that's round and really goes well with richer, heavier fishes and creamier foods like lobster or salmon, but with the grilled flavor. This wine has the body and have to stand up to a nice grilled salmon with perhaps even some Asian spices on it. Viognier is a nice substitute for Chardonnay for someone who wants something that's a little bit heavier and fuller on the palate than these wines, which are much lighter and crisper. This is going to give you more of a full-bodied, round impression on your palate and a bit more of a fruit profile. So those are 4 options of wines that you can try for your summer sipping. Enjoy, and come back and let me know what you think.